Hello, I'm Victoria Scholar, and I'm pleased to say that I am joined by Andreas Burner. He's the SmartStream Chief Innovation Officer. SmartStream is a recognized leader in financial transaction management. Today, we're here to understand how the company is leveraging the latest developments in artificial intelligence and machine learning to overcome their post-trade processing issues through increased automation. Andreas, thank you so much for joining us, and it's great to chat to you. Let's kick off with AI. Where is artificial intelligence currently being deployed successfully within financial institutions?
Hello, Victoria. So interesting is that a lot of banks have now discovered AI and machine learning. We see it a lot in the back office. So there is a lot of data analytics going on in the back offices where banks and financial institutions try to understand their customers and their data better to make their products better and more efficient. At the moment, it's not a lot in the front office. So we as customers, we don't see a lot of AI, but I think that might be coming. Yeah.
It seems as though many firms see AI as a mashup of promising technologies. From a reconciliation perspective, what is the key to getting AI beyond the pilot phase?
So reconciliation has a lot to do about quality of data. In today's business, it's so important to have the best quality of data out there, because it means you're more efficient, more competitive, and you can do business faster. So reconciliation is always about lots of data also. There are so many transactions. It's an increased number of transactions due to digital payments. So it's the perfect sweet spot for AI, because we see lots of data and data quality problems. And SmartStream is specifically focusing on that, because we believe when we make banks help to reconcile their data better, they can be more efficient with their workflows. And in the end, it will make them more competitive in the future.
When considering these challenges, what sets SmartStream apart from other firms offering AI-based post-trade, reconciliation, payments, and automation solutions?
So since 2 years, we have the Innovation Lab, and the Innovation Lab is looking at traditional business problems from a complete different point of view. So we look from the point of view of how to use cloud technology, how to use machine learning, how to use blockchains. And what we have developed in the last 2 years and invented is AI technology that can understand the data. So where big companies have their data in different areas in their companies and very fragmented throughout the company, our AI, it's called Lightning, will understand how this data belongs to each other. And therefore we can reconcile it quite easily, although it's distributed. And then we have another AI component that is called SmartStream Affinity. What Affinity does is it observes what a user is doing, and once it gets familiar with the workflows, it can overtake or help the users with that workflow. So it will always put whatever the user is searching for as a recommendation, as a new step. It's like when you are shopping at an internet platform and you buy something, Affinity will tell you, do you also want to buy that, or do you also need that? And it's very likewise with financial data, what we have done. And that makes a user very efficient in their working workflows.
And what do you see as the future trends over the next, say, 18 to 24 months?
So there was a big change in the last year because of COVID-19. We see a lot of companies going into the cloud because it's just impossible to install hardware and software on premise. So and when they are in the cloud, it's already the first step, because they have centralized the data within their cloud provider. And then AI and machine learning becomes so effective, because if data is centralized, you can really apply these nice algorithms on the data and get insights and predictions. And that is very much what I think what will happen in the last maybe 2 years, 3 years. We will make use of that centralized data. And also we will push that insight out to the front office. It's so important that that data is coming to users, and it makes the life of users easier, not just of the back office where banks benefit from it, right? We want to make the users' life easier. That is what will make the change in the future for all financial institutions.
And tell us, what do you think firms should be doing today in order to prepare for these developments?
So that's an interesting question. There's a lot being said about digitalization at the moment, but if you think about it, digitalization is only half the step. A current navigation system is not a digitized map. It brings so much added benefit. So when we think about how companies should prepare, they should not think about just digitizing a process. I was in so many meetings when we discussed the process, we came up with ideas how we can use blockchain AI technology so efficiently that the workflow became completely different, but much more efficient. Yeah, so I think the first step is really to rethink workflows with all the technology that we have, and that really will change how companies are working in the future.
Andreas, thank you so much for sharing all your insights. It's been great chatting to you, and I hope to catch up with you again very soon.
Thank you, Victoria.